Nah, I'm dark skinned. Go ahead, you can start though. What's this book? What's going on with this book?
Well, okay, no MAINE&SLIM.
Do the intro, then talk about the book. Go ahead.
Welcome back to another episode of MAINE&SLIM. You know what I'm saying? Got a special guest. Got Miss Morgan with us today. You know what I'm saying? AKA Beyonce. That's what she goes by sometimes.
Thank you for introducing me the right way.
Hey, you know that's what I do. We kind of do this, day in, day out. I got Slim on two angles, so you'll see him. Yeah, man, we ain't did MAINE&SLIM in a little while, man. What's going on, Slim? It's really Slim's fault, to be honest with you. I'm just throwing it out there.
Why is it my fault?
You're always busy.
Nah, I don't be busy, but we are gonna start doing this more consistently though, because we need to have monetized channels. You need to monetize your channel too.
We need to go ahead and look at the last maybe 6-7 episodes. I think you said that every time. At the beginning, you were like, "Hey, we're gonna do this more, man. I promise you, man. It'll be 2 months again before we do another one."
I'm a real consistent nigga with that, especially with my vlogs. I'll be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do these every week.
Yeah, I told you. Like you said, you're gonna stop saying the B word. You're gonna stop this. Yeah, you consistent in everything you're saying.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm never gonna stop saying the B word.
I appreciate that, honestly, man. Like
I'm gonna try though.
That's all you need to do is try.
Trying it, but that's perspective though.
Right.
His trying is perspective. Trust me.
But you can admit I use it in a different context now.
So we got this book, right? We got this book. I actually bought it on the way here. If you had to guess how to say that name, how would you say it?
Tarisha.
The last name too.
Monet.
What about you?
Tarisha. Money.
Okay.
Oh, I can't spell no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never asked the person their name. I'm a supporter. You know me, I support. Like they said, they had a book coming out. They got a book signing. I hit up. I say, hey, look,
actually, my name.
I need to do. I'm gonna have you on a podcast, but I want to read the book first. So I bought a book. She said she had books in the day. So on the way here, I bought it and picked it up, and then I came here.
Is it my name?
I don't know. I don't know her name, bro. Like
I think it's my name.
I'm gonna say Tarisha Monet.
Something like that.
I'm gonna say Tarisha You said Monet.
Monet.
Nah, I think it's the MON mine. Then you got to pause, and then it's A.
Okay. I feel like it's weird that we just really going for the name, but I like that though. Like the book is it's called "This Has to Be a Lie," so I like it. I want to read it and see what it's about. So I'll probably do that. I'm not thinking out loud after I read it. I'll probably talk about. You like reading books?
I do.
Okay. Is that reading books, Slim?
Yeah, but
when I first met Slim, he read books all the time, but he also was slimmer as well.
I changed a lot, dog.
Definitely a lot.
Early, I used to drink tea,
bro.
I was a different person.
When I met Slim, he was a very, very, very what's the word? What's the word when you not determined, not distinguished, but like
ambitious?
No, you was ambitious, but that's what I'm looking for. Damn, what they say when you in the army? Like, what's that word they give you?
Oh, discipline.
Discipline. There you go. You was very disciplined.
Yeah, I was.
I don't know what happened to this man.
I need to see a picture of Slim from like
he was slim
8 years ago.
I first met him. He had a nice cut. He dressed nice.
What you trying to say about Slim?
No, that's my guy. That's my guy.
I ain't even gonna argue with him.
My first time meeting him, I was like, this is a sharp kid.
Right.
I was a totally different type of nigga. Like
he
I know what it was. I like girls back then.
What?
I don't like girls no more.
But this book, just make sure y'all go cop the book. You know what I'm saying? Hit up on Cash App or Apple Pay. I'm gonna have more information about it soon, but I wanted to make sure I put something out about this book. It says, "This Has to Be a Lie" is a collection of 21 affirmations and stories that will help you on your journey to wholeness. In this book, Tarisha Monet shares portions of her life that will make you reflect, cry, reevaluate your life, ultimately help you heal. As Tarisha transparently shares her life, you will be taken on a journey of hard decisions, fierce resolve, and mental wellness that will change your life. So, 21 affirmations. I like that.
Does it make you cry and everything?
Make you cry. I don't cry.
I hate when niggas do that.
Oh, right, like you be crying.
I don't cry, bro.
I feel like
everybody cry, bro.
It's okay.
Okay.
You might not cry as much as everybody else, but everybody.
I mean, I cried in life before. Yes, I'm human. I can cry. I don't cry. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas be acting so tough. Nigga, I don't cry.
That's like okay, do you work? You don't work, right? But you work, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
That's not the same.
It's the exact same thing. He don't like when I do it. See, he don't like when I do it.
Because we probably cry the same amount of times.
I be crying.
No, I cried one time in the last 15 years.
No, I be crying.
Twice, I'm lying.
Oh,
Twice.
You tweaking.
I just cried that weekend.
Well, you women do cry a lot though. Why you cry? Like kids didn't cry or something?
After, like I I used to be kind of like you. I don't really be crying about what you crying for, you know. But after I had kids, I feel like my emotions really just went haywire because now I be crying about all kind of stuff. Like,
what'd you cry for? You see, you trying to sting around the question. She don't want to say what she cried
no,
for.
I cried because my friend Jarvis, he passed away. And
Oh yeah, I know. I don't know him, but I heard. Yeah, I heard about that. Quiet as cat. I hate to start the podcast that way, but the last 2 weeks have been a lot of like suicides.
It has a lot of.
I know we kind of talked about some off air about that, but that was kind of wild. Like, and they were black people. Yeah. So that was.
And men.
Very. Yeah. Black men.
People never talk about that.
While I'm playing, I'm talking about not crying. Sometimes that would be.
You're gonna be crying, bro. You need to cry sometimes.
I'm not gonna cry though, but yeah.
I want you to cry.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. When I gotta cry, I let it out.
I be crying.
Ugly cry too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'll cry, get over it. Like I cried when I got a promotion at work.
See, I don't cry like that. It's only one stupid thing I cry about.
What?
Sports.
No.
Yeah, you out of pocket.
But I will cry about Beyonce, so I'm
what she did make you cry?
Wilder.
Let me tell y'all. Do y'all know I just went to London to see Beyonce?
You went all the way to London to see her, or you went to London because you seen her?
Real quick, she's a fancy human being, but go ahead.
I went to London to see her, like for I was going to London.
You planned a trip out and everything,
right? Me and my sister.
Centered around seeing her.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I have seen her a bunch of places in the United States. So I was like, it's time to take my talents to South Beach. I need to go somewhere else.
That's funny. I like that. That's fun. That's a good setup.
This is crazy. Right, go ahead. I got to hear this story.
So the night before, because I got what's called Club Renaissance tickets, and that's like right in the front. Like I probably could have touched her hand, you know?
Yo, talk your shit, man. I like this.
Right.
Talk it. I like this.
I'm just saying. But the tickets, I got them off of StubHub because I got tickets off Ticketmaster, but I didn't want those. And that's another thing. I gave away some Beyonce tickets.
You do giveaway for Beyonce tickets?
Yes, I did. Me and my sister gave away our old tickets that we had because we weren't going to use them and we couldn't get our money back for them. Wow. So we gave away some tickets to some strangers in London.
Y'all couldn't have sold them?
No, because the UK Ticketmaster is different than the US Ticketmaster. So in order to get a refund on the UK Ticketmaster, you have to have a UK address and bank account. So we gave the tickets away.
That's why you should have saved your ass in the United States. Go ahead.
No, don't regret it. So the night before, they're supposed to transfer the tickets to you, like so you can scan it, it can be on your phone. And for whatever reason, it was not showing up. So I was calling the customer service line. It was like, oh, the seller, they don't have the tickets anymore. I'm like, what you mean they don't have the tickets anymore? Because I don't have the tickets. And I was crying because I thought I wasn't going to be able to see the show. They were telling me it was no other tickets. They couldn't do anything about it. And I was crying because I thought I was not going to go see Beyonce.
What happened? Did you end up seeing her?
I did. I made it. The tickets were actually in like a spam folder.
Oh, okay. So they did send them.
They did send it. I didn't see it, and I panicked. I thought that I wasn't going to be able to see her. And
that's a cry boy offense because I'm pretty sure them tickets was pretty expensive. So
they were not as expensive as it is here, but they were enough to cry about. Yeah. And really, I wasn't even crying about the cost. I was crying about not being able to see Beyonce.
Hey, but you know why I'm not mad at you though? Because the other day I just had to work at a cigar shop. And Carmelo Anthony walked in, and I've never in my life seen that many grown men acting like girls. Yeah. And I know it's going to be somebody that's going to watch this, and I'm sorry, Kid Joe, but all them niggas was acting like girls.
What was this at?
At the cigar lounge, bro.
I feel like y'all men, since the Peach Jam been in town, y'all have been acting like some groupies.
Yeah.
But I can't, listen, if Beyonce
please don't put that on all of us. I was in there not giving a fuck.
But I have been
I raised the camera. Melo said, no pictures, please. I put that bitch right now. Yeah. And I walked away.
She shit on your ass real quick. Hey, nigga, no.
And they told me, nah, Melo's in here. Snap pictures the whole time. So I walked up, tried to take another picture. That nigga security reached to grab me. And I said, oh, now I'm about to be in this bitch fight.
Right.
Let me get the fuck
on. Let's just put the camera down. Yeah.
And then, you know what pissed me off, though? And I'm glad to fucking say this shit because I forgot to say it when I recorded my pod yesterday. That nigga Trevor Ariza got me fucked up. He don't deserve the right to tell me he don't want his picture taken.
Relax. First of all, hey, chill on Trev, right?
Nah, Trevor Ariza, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I almost told that nigga too when he was like, hey, bro, no pictures. I almost told that nigga like, no, nigga, you don't deserve that shit.
I don't know. Trevor Ariza like that. He might have whooped your ass. That nigga's a menace.
You know what's crazy? When I seen him, I didn't feel that way. I was like, yeah. He like 6 inches taller than me.
He's sizing him up. Right. I can take him. Man.
He got dreads like me. Like I'm like,
I wouldn't say it like yours though, but he got dreads.
Yeah, nigga, it's dreads. They a little bit longer than mine. I get on Trevor's ass.
He's saying that now. He said that day.
And he looked like a regular nigga. Like he was in that bitch chilling, howling at bitches and shit. Like he was a regular nigga.
See, there
I
you
feel
go.
like they do be regular.
The
Niggas
2 NBA
working.
players?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for most
It was
part.
a couple NBA players in there though, but nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
Trevor Ariza just pissed me off the most. So I was like, bro, come on, bro. You're not even like.
Hey, that's Trev. Man, he played for the Lakers. You got a Lakers jersey on. I don't know, man. Like, that's a Trevor. Oh, that's LeBron jersey. Never mind.
All right, hold up. Pause real quick. Do you know what team Trevor Ariza played for?
I have never heard.
I just
See what I'm saying? That nigga don't deserve to talk to me like that.
Because Morgan.
I don't watch basketball though.
I don't care. If I look, this is how I determine people's superstardom. If I can call my mama and she be like, "Oh, I know that nigga," that mean that nigga, he's that nigga. If my mama don't know you, you ain't talking about shit.
I ain't throwing no names out there, right? But we in this conversation now. But you also said you was in a you shoot pictures. You do pictures. Well, you say you was in a club or something like that one time, and somebody, I'll just say a local person, told you, "Hey, no pictures." That a lot of people ain't gonna know that person. I don't want to say their name, Shay,
Okay.
but still, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. I remember that.
Yeah, but you said that she said no pictures. So I mean, he could say that. I mean, he more known than her. I'm pretty sure. You know?
I'm not gonna. If I go to a club, because I don't go to the clubs, but if I do, whoever be taking those pictures, those club pictures, I would run away from him. I don't want you to take my picture at all.
I feel you. And you know what's crazy? Like, see, I'm the type person, I do events all the time. So I'm going to take my picture. I know who to take pictures of, people that want to get their pictures taken.
Yeah.
But it depends who I'm working for. If I'm working with somebody and they want pictures taken, like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm just going to say it. When you do clubs, I can't give too much of the sauce away. But when you do clubs, they tell you the criteria as soon as you get there. And it's real simple.
What, they want to see people having fun, drinking?
It's real simple.
Take picture of everybody.
Take pictures of all the bad bitches. Limit the fat bitches.
Oh.
And no Jordans.
No
That's fun.
Jordans.
No
Why you can't wear Jordans?
If a girl got Jordans and she
Okay.
fine, take a picture from the knees up. That's the rule.
I feel like some of those club pictures, they're not flattering. Don't post me looking crazy. Like, if I look crazy, be like, hey.
Oh, you're not one of them girls that be going crazy over them pictures of like a guy that you didn't see before, but you like, he's like from the city, but he's not from the city.
No, I saw that a couple of weeks ago. And
I thought I saw you in the hearts, but I might be tripping.
Definitely lying.
Bro, you know bro a promoter now, right?
Yeah, I saw you had a video. Hey, shout out to him.
He's a promoter now. That shit's crazy.
I mean,
life can change in social media, man. Life can change in a matter of one post.
And they was eating it up, so he might as well capitalize.
He might have got a lot of things. He might have got more than promotion.
Well, you know, I don't know nothing about guys because, you know, like, I just don't get it. But, like, with girls, I'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? She is fine. But what tripped me out is I'd be like, it's like 30 of them in there. So why her? Like, why did y'all pick her picture to overshare? Now, the niggas, I'd be
sometimes
like,
it's your
a
day,
dark-skinned nigga with dreads and tattoos. Like, okay, nigga. I don't get that shit.
I'm talking about, like, the pictures that people be having, like, nip slips or, you know, like, they butt
Oh,
showing.
yeah.
Like,
they probably don't take out the bad one. They probably just post all of them because they're being lazy.
Well, I'm going to tell you, though, because I know exactly what you're talking about because I used to work at 706 and it was nothing but a whole roll of that.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I don't know what it is about Oak, but Oak always got, like, good-looking women in there. I don't know what it is.
And sometimes
That's
I do
just me being
look through the
honest.
picture, and even the ones that are bad, I'm not like, oh my god, this girl's so ugly. It's just like, dang, why he post her looking like somebody might be drunk taking a picture, or you know
marketing.
what I mean? Like, I don't.
Somebody gonna like it some way, I guess.
But that's why I don't go to the club.
So let's ask you a few questions though, since we here. Like, what's some things about you do you think we need to know, or that people should know? What's the question I would ask anybody? Everybody always asks, what is something about you people think that's not true, but people think that about you?
I think that a lot of people
misconception. I'm just on my birthday. That's crazy.
I think a lot of people, when they first like interact with me or see me, they think that I'm mean, and I don't think I'm mean.
Okay, real quick, what vibe did you get when you first met this young lady?
No, I think she's really nice.
Okay.
I like that.
I had met her literally from Twitter, so I didn't know. I had to see we joke a lot, so it's just a joking thing.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
I say serious.
I'll tell you
mean.
one thing I found interesting.
I've gotten that before. Serious.
She used the term alpha female one time, and I was super interested because since we here on camera, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that's a thing.
It is a thing.
I don't think it is.
Is there an alpha male then?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not an alpha.
So you take alpha and you just put female there?
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, alpha male, that's like a prehistoric term. Like, that's some old, like, animalistic type of shit.
Right.
So like in the animal kingdom, like the men run things because it's prehistoric. That shit's like kind of stupid. So like with alpha females, that's something that we would have to come up with as humans.
So it says alpha female is a dominant female in the group. It kind of said the same thing. To say the same thing would be for a man, just female.
But we gotta think of like where the term
she
come
dates
from.
as many males as she wants. I'm gonna keep going.
See what I'm saying?
She dates as many males as she wants.
You fucking it up now.
I mean, that doesn't describe me, but
I'm making your point. What you said?
Go ahead.
Dominant.
It says she dates as many males as she wants. Is strong and confident and hard worker as well. Often busy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't date a lot of men. It's not
you like that term? Did you like that term?
What?
That definition he just said?
Except for like, I mean, I probably could date who I wanted to date. I just don't date a lot of men.
She sound like how the alpha males be sounding on podcast. I'm not saying real alpha. I'm saying one that say they are they not.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you go ahead, my bad.
I've only had 3 relationships really. Like my kid's father, and I was married to my son's dad at one point, and then my guy who I was in a relationship with for a very long time. Like I haven't really had a lot of experiences with dating. I mean, I try to date, or I have tried to date other people, but I have a really low tolerance for stupidity.
So you think they can't handle you?
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Maybe not that they can't handle me, but for example, if you ask me what I like to do and I say I like to eat, and you say, okay, we're gonna go play pool, and I say, no, I would rather, go to a restaurant and eat, sit down, have a conversation. They say, no, we're gonna go play pool. And I'm like, no, I just said I would like to go sit down and eat. And they're like, well, I want to go play pool. Okay, well, we don't have to go because I don't want to go play pool.
And you think that's you like out toughing him?
No, it's not out toughing them, but I don't like to play pool. That's not something that I would like to do.
I think she was saying why she ain't have no relationships because she ain't compromising. That what you were saying? I don't know. I might have took it left. I don't know.
But y'all are men, so
you mansplaining. You mansplaining.
Right. Should I have compromise in that situation? So like if you're talking to a girl, you're trying to get to know her, and you say, I'm going to take you to a restaurant, and she say, no, we about to go to a yoga class. You just going to be like, okay, well, we're going to go to a yoga. Never mind. I mean,
that's cool. It just, while we at yoga class, you think what we eating afterwards.
I didn't want to go play pool. And after I
she said she not budging. Like, no, we ain't doing that, man. Look, no.
Maybe eventually.
Like when? Like next week?
Yeah.
Nigga want to play pool today.
Maybe after we go eat and sit down. Like the man approached me in a TJ Maxx in front of my kids too. Like,
hey, also put TJ Maxx shaming on there as well. Go ahead.
We got notes. I like TJ Maxx. Maine be picking on me because I don't want to go to Applebee's with nobody. I'm not going to Applebee's. Now that's something I can say I will not compromise on. I don't want to go to Applebee's.
That's what you're not compromising. That's crazy.
I'm not compromising on that. And it's only because I don't eat that. I don't want the fajita plate.
Fajita plate shame. This is crazy.
I just don't like Applebee's.
Man, you driving this boat. I don't know when we gonna get
there.
Look,
man, I don't know what fancy pants got going on over here, but
hey, I was just trying to talk about the alpha male term because
well, that's why she alpha female.
I told you,
she ain't budget for Applebee's.
There's no such thing as that.
It is well, what would you call it?
Well, so first off, like I was saying, like as far as the term, it's something made up. Mm-hmm. But everything is made up. Don't get me wrong, everything is made up. But like the alpha male term, like I just said, comes from like being animals and shit. And it's not something you just give yourself. Like, you know how like a nigga give himself like Sniper Killer is his nickname and like that nigga a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. But like an alpha male, you don't really get to pick that. It's how other people depict you. Like Maine was just talking about them red pill niggas. Them niggas is bitch ass niggas. Like they just call themselves that because like it's the popular thing to do now. Mm-hmm. They not really alpha males. So like the definition he was saying about like the alpha female type, like that's something very attainable. That's something like all women can do. Like if you want to fuck a lot of guys and you want to
well, I don't think that empowers women. I mean, not me.
That's
personally.
The definition he read. And I never heard that.
Well, I said dates, but right, but I get it. I come with you on dating.
Oh, that's what I hear when I hear like dating around. Or,
me
like,
too.
Is that what it is now?
Me too.
Yeah, I told
women do that.
I had a long conversation with my dog Mo one time, and I was like, sometimes you talk about things, and all I hear is like, I can fuck whoever I want to, and she was like, well, that's not what I mean, because such and such. I'm like, bro, that's all I hear. Like that's just how my simple brain goes. But like as far as like the alpha female thing, I don't get why somebody would like choose to display their dominance in that type of fashion. Cause like if you call yourself an alpha male, you're not saying like, oh, I'm dominant because of this. You're saying like, oh, more people gravitate towards me because my leadership styles are like this and that.
But that is what I think it is. I feel like since I was a child, honestly, and this, go back to the way that you were raised and the way that you grew up, I helped take care of my brothers and sisters. So when my mom was at work or my dad was going somewhere, like I was in charge of my siblings, and that just went into, like you said, my leadership style and how I like to address people. Or like I can walk into a room full of men, I wouldn't be intimidated. Or at my new job now, we have a CEO who's a Black woman, and I'm not intimidated by her. I want to learn from her. I want to grow and understand how she got to where she is. So that's
she want her spot. Not like that, but you think you could do her job?
I don't.
You don't think you could do her job?
I don't think
you
I
might
could
not
do
be
her
alpha
job.
male, alpha female. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I could do her job. I think maybe I could learn to do her job, but like if they said right now today,
well, you just started that job, so I'll give you about a year.
Yeah, if they say right now today, like if we need you to be the CEO, I probably wouldn't be able to accept that position because I wouldn't be able to do what needed to be done in that position. Now the position that I have now, I feel like I can do that. I do it in my sleep with my eyes closed. I'm good at it, but I don't feel like it's other positions there too. Not only CEO but vice presidents and different things like that. I couldn't do their job because I'm just not equipped. I don't have the knowledge. But if I learned and grew into the position, then maybe, like you said, a year from now, 2 years from now.
Because I wanted to get into the alpha, I didn't want to get into it, but I guess to kind of deeper explain what you were saying, probably I do want to ask you a question. It's regarding like when y'all doing a podcast thing, and you can talk about it if y'all still doing. I don't know how y'all doing that right now, but what was that experience like to film podcast, actually doing a podcast, putting them out, and just that time period for y'all? Like describe that for me. What's some hurdles y'all crossed as a 3 women group, I guess?
It was very fun, but we all have 3 very different lifestyles. That's what I liked about our podcast, that we all were 3 very different, very opinionated women, but our schedules, Millie is a hairdresser, Jazz does nails. They have their own businesses. I don't. I have a schedule where I go 9 to 5 or whatever the case may be, but I have 2 children. I have other things that I travel. So our schedules it didn't always align, and we have tried to get it back then. We're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it like Slim was saying. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do it. We talk about it, and then it's like, oh, I have to go to do this new job. I have to learn it. I really don't have the time to do it. So
it's definitely time consuming.
Yeah.
But I asked that question and if I'm wrong, you let me know. And I'm looking at it from a spectator standpoint. I wasn't there every step of the way, which I was doing. You would know more about that than I would, but I thought that maybe one of the dynamics that was missing from what y'all was doing was, and I know me and him had a conversation, not knowing who was in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of times when we had conversations, it's like I'm trying to say something, but Jazz trying to say something, or Millie's trying to say something. So it's like us trying not to overshadow.
Yeah, and then I dealt with you, so like I guess I'm like naturally I'm thinking that she's the, what I'm saying, the person I'm like, okay, that's the person calling shots because you was setting everything up. And then I get them like, okay, well maybe it's the other person. I don't know, because sometimes people were saying stuff. I'm like, well, okay, maybe it's her. So I didn't know who was.
And I guess it's because I never wanted anybody to feel like I was the boss of them, or that it was like, you know what I mean? Like I wanted it to feel like a group effort.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, but I was saying that to go back to his point. I don't know if this what you were saying. Let me know if I'm tripping or not. But when you was like, it's no alpha male, I guess, or alpha female, I guess you were saying like, if in that case, then they would all know to gravitate towards what she was saying. Yeah. If she was the alpha female. Oh no, he's not saying that.
Yes and no. I basically mean like in a pack full of women, like they don't necessarily have those same kind of like rules that men go by. So like in the jungle, men challenge the king, and they fight and figure out who is the king. Women don't necessarily have to do those type of things. Women move differently. And in humans, since we're gonna talk modern terms, in humans, women don't necessarily work well together. They just don't.
True.
So it's like it can't be an alpha female because they all gonna bump heads and clash. Period.
So what would you call it then? Like, let's say you take that off the table. What would you call then? What would you call a headstrong female, or is female the right term, or should I say woman?
Yeah, you can
okay,
say
I'm thinking every time.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm making
I
sure.
think some women are just more driven and more intelligent than people. Period. I think sometimes we just put the male and female thing, like we use it too often. Like I always give this example all the time. Like my mother, for instance, I think my mother has a hard time dating just because she makes more money than the average person, and like men might find that intimidating, not because how much money she makes, because how she moves with it.
Gotcha.
Because like a man typically thinks, like, especially in that age group, they're more conservative. So he typically thinks like things are supposed to be like this and I'm supposed to move like that. And she's like, I'll leave. See, back in the day, wasn't no leaving. You ain't have no job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a little different. And now I feel like that's how terms like alpha females comes into play, because now women, and let's just be completely honest, like if I sit down here and make a list of like 10 men I knew and 10 women I knew, 8 out of 10 of the women gonna have their shit together, and 3 out of the 10 men gonna have their shit together. You know what I'm saying? So women come up with terms like that and think like, I say this all the time, they think like, hey man, I do what I'm supposed to do in life, so I'm doing right. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, a lot of things are what you're supposed to do in life if you're an adult.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Have kids, so I don't look for like a pat on the back or anything. But if I don't have anything else, I'm gonna have my shit together.
Yeah, like that. For sure.
Maybe
like
not
that.
For me necessarily, but for my kids. Like if I mess up, really, because my kids have great dads. They do. They have great dads, but nobody is gonna love my kids or take care of them the way that I do. And I have set forth a life that they know. Like I can't have them going, like they're going to a cruise to Bahamas for their birthday. And now I'm like, no, we got to go live in a homeless shelter real quick. You know what I mean? Like I never want to put them in a situation where it's raining.
But you know, that's something funny women say also. Like I remember having this debate with a woman one time, and she was like, yeah, my baby daddy ain't shit. And I actually knew her baby daddy. And I was like, he pretty straight to me. Right. And she was like, nah, he trash. He don't be going to the basketball tournaments. And I was like, I wouldn't do that shit neither.
Now, one thing about me is I will give credit where credit is due. I'll never, ever get on a social media platform, public platform, and say anything bad about my kid's dad, no matter what the situation is, because I'm a parent too. Like, I wouldn't want them to get on nowhere and be like, oh, yeah, she's a terrible mother.
But see, look, though, here's my thing, and like some of the new age women, they'll be like, well, my baby daddy ain't never took my kids on no vacation. Nigga, I never went on a vacation when I was young.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he trash now because he never took the kids on a vacation, but he buy school clothes every year. He do everything else he's supposed to do, but he trash because he ain't never took them on vacation.
I don't equate materialistic things to being a good parent. I do some of the things that I do because, like you said, I didn't get to do those things when I was a child. So because I'm able to do that for my kids, I like to travel, so I want my kids to travel. But if you're spending time with your kid, if you picking them up, you helping with homework, like you said, buying school clothes and being there for honors days and things like that, then I can't say anything about your parenting. Who am I to tell you how to parent your kid? Yeah. Because I feel like me and my kids' dads, we do have two very different parenting styles. Like my son's dad, he's like, he don't have to go to summer camp. Why he going to summer camp? He can stay with me. I'm like, no, he going to CT Walker in the fall. He need to be learning, still reading, and you know what I mean? Not to say that
I'll probably be like him too. Like
he could just stay with me all summer. I'm like, no, he got to go.
If I was him, I would already know, because I would know you're not compromising. So whatever you say, you gotta go.
It is kind of like that, honestly. Like
I already got the vibe. I already know. No APPLEBEES. No.
Now me and my son's dad, we used to go to APPLEBEES.
Right? I already know. I'm ready. I'm waiting for that right now.
Me and my son dad, we used to go to APPLEBEES. I ain't gonna say I haven't.
You changed. You just changed.
Right, I've evolved.
You changed on him. See,
let me type in APPLEBEES.
Man, I'm telling you,
like, I got
the
from
thing
6 months ago.
She's saying is reminding me of my mom. Like, it's just like, damn. So we just bougie now? Like we forgetting them other 30 years.
Like APPLEBEES is somewhere where you can go. You know, it's inexpensive. It's probably good food. I just don't eat that food anymore. Like my whole palate has evolved. I don't want that anymore. And I feel like it's a lot of places in Augusta that are cost effective that you can go to and get quality food. I don't feel like APPLEBEES is quality food anymore. Or like Chili's for that matter, places like that. Like I don't want that. Why you looking so shy? I don't want it.
Imagine being hungry and just like, hey, look, nigga, we not going here. I'm telling you that right now.
But I am like that for real. Like, I don't eat a lot of fast food. I don't eat, like, if I say I want something to eat, like, I want something from a restaurant. Like, I don't want.
What is Applebee's to you? Like, what is that? Is that like a store or something like that?
It's definitely a restaurant. It's
that
just
a food
not
truck
a
or something?
It's just not a restaurant that I want to go to.
So where you eating at?
I like Cork and Flame. I like Beck's. I like Craft
So
and
if you
Vine.
just hungry like tomorrow after work, like you about to pull up to the Cork and Flame and goddamn get something to go?
Well, if I'm at work, and you can ask my coworkers because we eat, like, I'm not ordering. I don't know what it is. I don't like fast food, so I'll maybe Chick-fil-A. Maybe I'll have it's a Mexican restaurant on Washington Road that's pretty good now. You know, stuff like that. Like, I like actual food. I don't want Applebee's. I don't want the Honeycrisp. Now, I will say I used to go there with my dad a lot, and I used to get like the little wonton tacos.
I'm saying though, you said you don't like fast food, but you said Chick-fil-A is good.
Yeah, but I don't consider Chick-fil-A really fast food either.
What? What
Is
do you think
Chick-fil-A
it
fast
is?
food?
It's fucking white people fried chicken.
It's good though. You don't like Chick-fil-A?
I don't give a fuck about Chick-fil-A. I'm a nigga. I like Popeyes.
Yeah, I like Popeyes
I
too.
like Popeyes
I will eat
too.
Chick-fil-A. They fountain drinks
Yeah.
taste better. I would say Chick-fil-A got the best fountain drinks in the world. But other than that,
I'm just saying, like, what you like your case right now, and you saying I eat Chick-fil-A though, like that's fast
I do
food.
like Chick-fil-A.
it's not that she don't like Applebee's to me. It's the Applebee's shaming. She like she
I'm
gonna make
not
you not like it either. She be
shaming.
like, Applebee's disgusting. I'll never go to God Applebee's. I'm not doing it. Don't
So
ever
what is
did
it about the
Applebee's.
Applebee's?
I don't like it. Like
Yo,
it's really
It can be
that
the man of her
simple.
dreams. No, it's
Right,
not
no,
Applebee's.
I'm
No,
not.
like you're not doing it.
All right, so how did this topic come about?
She
Give me the
just-
background.
I just seen her shared a few times on Twitter. Not just once
Tell me,
now. Not
okay,
just once.
tell me what did you share and what was your thoughts?
I basically said that if a guy asked me out and our first date was to Applebee's, I wouldn't want to go. Or I would say that I wouldn't just not go on a date with him. I would say, hey, can we change the restaurant? Like, so I'm not saying like, no, he said Applebee's. He's a terrible person. I'll never talk to him again. It's just, I don't want to go to Applebee's. Shouldn't I be able to say I don't want to go to Applebee's?
I guess,
No,
yeah. I mean,
no, I don't think you can.
No, I should go anyway.
Hey man, so I'm
It's
gonna tell
about
you
the
right.
guy, like,
I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not gonna use me as an example because I'm a chicken wings and fries type of nigga. I'm gonna keep the bean with you, but I'm gonna use Maine because Maine. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because bro, this is actually a compliment. I think you're a really good guy,
Thank you.
and
appreciate
I
it.
know
I
I know a lot
agree.
of women that think you're a good guy.
All
Also.
right, let's keep it.
So-
keep it.
No, I'm not
I
dick
got
riding.
you, I
I'm
got
not
you.
dick riding. I'm just
No, I
saying the
know that.
facts.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm saying the
keep
facts.
it low, you know.
I'm saying,
Keep it low key.
Keep it low.
Keep it low key. Okay,
Gotcha.
I got you. So Maine, let me tell you something about Maine. Maine's a really good guy, but if he hits you up, how my nigga Maine eat, it's kind of crazy. So if you want to eat something for the day, you might miss out on a good guy because you don't want to go where he want to go. Like
that day. So maybe the next day you'll come up with another
Oh,
restaurant
nah,
and I can be
nah,
like,
it's not gonna get that much
Back
better.
to
It's not
back.
gonna get no better.
well, it is what it is. And maybe
It's
that's
not gonna get no better.
it is what it is.
Man,
And
let me
maybe
tell you
I
something
like
about my
what I
nigga
like.
Maine. My nigga Maine eat pizza with no cheese.
Why do you do that?
See what I'm saying?
What's going on at
He
I
eat
don't
home?
eat
pizza with no
cheese.
cheese. What else weird shit Maine be doing?
This is a compliment we talking about. Nah,
what
but-
else Maine be doing that's weird that he eat? I don't know. Maine be eating the mall food, and I ain't ate mall food since I was a teenager. But I was like, damn, this
No,
shit be hidden.
no.
I worked in
I've
the mall
been-
for 7 years and I lived in the food court. Everything in the food court I used to eat.
But you did draw a line of Applebee's. It's like,
Yeah, she tried a lot of
Applebee's.
Applebee's.
That's not the
Mall
only
food is cool.
restaurant. That's
Mall
not even
food
the
is
only
cool though.
restaurant.
But okay, so
Mall food is good though.
I-
You put me back on it, man.
and see, they're gonna compliment. I knew it was somewhere in there somewhere, but I didn't hear it at first.
You
But that's
didn't
why,
hear it?
yeah, it took a minute. But I'm glad we got there. But
Yeah, the pizza with no cheese caught me off guard.
yeah, he just started going in. I'm like, what the hell? And he said, what the weird shit he do? Oh, weird. But in all seriousness though, like, it's not because somebody saying like Applebee's is fine. It's just like how I could tell you really, really adamant about
How
like
I'm
no
passionate
app,
about
and
it.
that is crazy.
I am. I'm
Not crazy
passionate.
like you're crazy, but it's just wild. Like you really would not go on a date with a body just because it's Applebee's. Like you really
Can we
like.
pick another place? Like, why do I have to say yes? Just because I'm going on a date with somebody, I have to say yes, we can go there.
So when people say you mean, like I'm not saying like you are. It's just like imagine trying to talk to her like everything going good, but like she not budging on going to Applebee's. And like, but I like Applebee's. I really like that.
Bro, have
So-
y'all ever seen that viral TikTok and it was a girl and she was like, she had the green screen joint, and she just kept like showing restaurants.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, Applebee's. And then she went to the next one, and it was like Olive Garden. She was like, Italian Applebee's.
Right. Exactly.
She went to Red Lobster, and she was like, seafood Applebee's.
Just the way that and even Red Lobster, I don't want that either. Just the way that I eat now, like the chain restaurants just don't do it for me.
Oh, it gotta be somewhere that's just 1-on-1. I got you. This is 1-on-1.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of wilding for real.
Am
I ain't
I
gonna lie, I
wildin'?
took a girl to Red Lobster like a couple weeks ago, and she was so happy.
And I'm not saying that
And
people
I had gift
shouldn't be
cards.
happy. Yeah, let's use the gift cards, but I just would prefer not to go there. I would prefer not. Like, I honestly, I feel like my palate is. I don't want that. I'm not gonna eat it. And I'm very particular about food, like smells, stuff like I can't.
Okay,
do
so
it.
now break it down. Now go ahead. man,
Does
my
it
bad.
stink? Like when you walk in there, it stinks or something? I'm just
No,
curious.
let
I
me
need
give
to
you an
know.
example. So a lot of times I don't eat Popeyes because Popeyes has a drink machine.
hell.
Listen, I enjoy the food.
We
but
almost
a lot
kicked you off the
This
pod.
has to be
Listen.
allowed. This has to be allowed.
Listen, let
Oh,
me
we do
explain.
not shame Popeyes
No,
here.
listen, I like Popeyes,
Timestamp.
but let me say this. When I order Popeyes, I have to order it like either just the lemonade that they make in-house or something like that because they have the drink machine that has all the fountain drinks on there. And it's going to sound weird. I know it is, but I don't like that because when I get my specific drink, all the other drinks have been coming out of there. So now it's like, now I got all the drink. I don't want that. I don't want it. And I know that sounds weird, but that's how I think. And the way especially with food, like a lot of times I had Chinese food not too long ago. And I was eating, I was like, wow, this is good. But then I started thinking about it, and I literally will stop eating the food. So I have to get something that I know I'm going to eat.
Hey, man. If you're spending money, hey, you should get what you want to get. I'm all
And I
for
be
you.
tricking a little bit. I spend some money on a man. I'll take, if I cannot choose the restaurant, if it has to be Applebee's, maybe I'll take you somewhere and I'll treat you. Because I don't want to eat
To
Applebee's. No, we're not.
Dog, she
So where
gonna
you gonna
change
take
your whole
them?
appetite. She gonna pay for food. Listen, we not getting it, nigga. I'm buying. We're going somewhere else.
So where you gonna take a nigga to? I gotta know.
Like, just to like chill, or is this like where would I take y'all to?
Slim.
Yeah, I'm a regular nigga. You can pick me.
Yeah, we can go to Craft and Vine. Craft and Vine has pizza. They have chicken. They have all kind of stuff. Charcuterie.
So are you gonna get mad when I get there and I don't want that bap ass flatbread pizza?
But how do you
And
know
I
it's
start
bad?
taking shots.
No,
I've been there.
Imagine going there. I'm not just like I like that. At least you got solution. That's the good thing about you. But imagine going there and like you like, damn, I really want to have a piece the whole time. Like
I want you all
just some
to
boneless
elevate
buffalo
your
wings.
taste
That's all I
buds.
wanted, man.
That's
Hey,
what I
because
want for y'all.
what's crazy? Like I get what you saying, but like I'm a regular ass nigga. So like some days I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it might be Monday. I just want a beer and some cheese sticks.
So picture this. I started dating a guy, right? Now listen, before this, I might have went to Applebee's with you. I might have went to Chili's with you. I might have went to Olive Garden. But I started dating a man that cooks. I'm talking about like
I hate them niggas.
Listen, not just like, I'm going to
Shit,
throw
leveled
something in
up.
the air fryer for you. Like, because I'm a
Yeah.
woman, like I don't really cook like that. So I meet a man
Yeah, you
that
had told
cooks.
us.
Yeah, I meet a man that cooks these gourmet meals. Like, I'm like, dang, I didn't even know food could be elevated like this type of thing. So now I don't eat that stuff. It's been like 5 years. I don't eat that stuff because my palate has changed. The way I see food, the way I eat food has changed. So I really don't
Can I tell you a story real quick?
Tell me.
Because that right there just hit like a soft spot in my heart. And
Really?
I've never even told none of my friends this story, but I'm gonna say it on the camera. I dated a girl one time and I really fucking liked her. Like she was like the one. I liked her. I was young too. And like she introduced me to like traveling shit. She used to like just bring me to travel with her.
Yeah.
And like we would go crazy places, go out to eat. And of course she was a rich girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like I grew up poor, but I grew up in like a single parent household in the suburbs, like, child support funding our life type of shit.
Yeah.
So she introduced me to a life I never seen before for real.
Right.
One day I was at her crib and she had a shirt she was going to sleep in. And she had this shit on for a little while, but I never really paid it no attention. But this day right here, I was stressed out because one of my homeboys I grew up with, his old lady basically tried to fuck me. And I told him about it. He stopped being my friend. And I was mad.
Dang.
Like, this was my friend.
Right.
So I'm mad. So I'm just finding a reason to get angry. And I seen that shirt and I said,
It was your homeboy shirt?
nah, fuck no.
Oh.
I was like,
Damn, a better story.
It was a plot.
oh,
twist,
hell no.
I'm
My
gonna say.
homeboys can't fuck bitches. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But But I looked at his shirt and I said, "Where'd you get that shirt from?" And she said, "Oh, from the college." It was like I ain't gonna say the name of the college, but it was a college shirt. And I was like, "You ain't go to school there?" And she was like, "Well, since you keep bothering me and it's 4 a.m, my ex-boyfriend was a doctor at that school." Fuck this bitch.
Damn.
He couldn't live up to the doctor. He knew he couldn't live up to that doctor.
I said, "Why you fucking with me? I just graduated college last year and shit. Like, what you fucking with me for?" Shit,
Passing
I thought
time,
you was
bro.
cool. I thought
Passing
you cool
time,
and shit.
bro.
You know
coming
what I'm
back.
saying?
So did that ruin the whole relationship?
Nah, but it almost did.
She got back with him
because of that shit. That shit you just said. It's like it's certain things. Like, see, this is what women do that men typically don't do. Like, men be with a woman that don't even like 100% satisfy them sexually, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I ain't looking for the throat goat. Like, it's whatever. But women, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That last nigga can cook, nigga. Like, what's up, nigga? I know I can't cook, but what's up?
And you damn right. I know I can't cook, but I don't expect anyone else to cook, but don't expect me to eat Applebee's because
Yo,
we
she
can't
really
cook.
going crazy.
She going crazy,
I like
bro.
that, though. I like it.
I'm just saying, once you get used to certain things, that's like you do your podcast, y'all edit the videos, y'all do the sound. That's like me coming in here with a karaoke microphone. Like, no, we got to use this.
Yeah, we're not about to compare Applebee's,
Me and Maine got into a
Nah.
debate about that. I told Maine I would do it on the karaoke machine. Maine said, "No, you won't."
Exactly.
Do what?
Yeah, no, you
Remember
won't.
we had a conversation and you was like, you know, where we at right now, like you ain't too much gonna do nothing if it's not at that level. And I was like, I'll probably do it. And you were like, "No, you won't."
Yeah, once you get to a certain level,
yeah.
like me, I've been to a lot of places in the U.S. I like to travel internationally. That's just what I like. It's a preference. And of course, I can go places in the U.S. Probably a lot more attainable for me to go to places in the U.S., but I like to travel internationally. So let's do what I got to do to travel internationally.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it, man. I just want to talk about it. It's just Applebee's shaming.
I'm not shaming Applebee's. If you like Applebee's, then I love that for you. I just don't want Applebee's.
I'm not gonna say I love Applebee's.
I love that for you, nigga. I'm not going.
I'm not gonna say I love Applebee's, but I ain't gonna lie. Them cheese sticks and them boneless wings be going in.
Sometimes I like things that's convenient, and Applebee's is very convenient. But to her point, I've been in that situation where, like, not with a person like that, but you try different restaurants. So I like Longhorns. I like steaks. I like Longhorns. I like Country Boys. They fried up on the grill. Yes, Applebee's tastes different when I had Country Boys and I had Longhorns.
It does.
Or Ruth Chris. Oh, that was amazing when I had that. It tastes different, yeah. I'm still eating Applebee's though. Definitely. I'm still gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying?
So let me tell you something about my palate, bro. I don't live in other countries.
Thank you for bringing that
before.
word to the podcast. We never used that word until you came to the podcast.
Bro. I don't live in other countries before. Y'all can sit here and name restaurants all y'all want, but I fuck with Popeyes. Ain't nothing on this earth
like Popeyes.
better than Popeyes.
I love Popeyes.
And my favorite Mexican spot is Taco Bell.
I can't eat Taco Bell.
You wouldn't really call that a Mexican spot, but yeah.
Right, because it's definitely not
American
a
Mexican.
Mexican.
Oh no, that's McDonald's Mexican. That's all it is.
It's American
You know how you said,
Mexican.
You know how you said you got Applebee's, the seafood.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
nah,
not,
Taco Bell the shit, dog.
I read something about Taco Bell about like them having fake meat, and ever since I read
It's true.
that, I don't
It's
want
true.
it.
My homeboy was the manager there. It's true.
Yeah, I don't
What
want
other restaurants you don't like? What's that Applebee's?
Yeah. I gotta hear this list.
Can we get your
Thank
top
you,
five?
man.
I'm not fucking going places like.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking going.
And that's exactly how I feel.
I
I'm
know,
not
that's
going. I'm
an
taking
attitude,
a stand.
bro.
I'm not going.
Go ahead.
I don't want to go to Red Lobster. I'm sorry. I don't want to go to Olive Garden. And really, Olive Garden, they didn't really do nothing to me. But the pasta just be so greasy. Like, have you ever taken Olive Garden pasta home?
No, yeah.
Maybe the
I
salad.
don't eat pasta, period.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
why
the
I'm with
salad
you.
and soup or something like that. But I really don't want no Olive Garden either. I don't want Applebee's.
3.
I don't want McDonald's. Now,
Jesus
I will
Christ.
let
That
my
shit across
kids
the
indulge.
street, so
Mm-mm.
I'll go there.
I don't really want it. I don't
want it, but
and then
if I got shit to do, I'll eat it.
I'm not eating it. Now maybe like Wendy's or something, like, because Wendy's they use the fresh meat.
No,
They don't use the
Wendy's
fresh
is
meat?
trash as fuck. Wendy's is trash.
The few times that I indulge in Wendy's is delicious.
Man, if you gonna eat fast food, just eat that shit. All this shit the same.
Is it all the same?
Man, that shit come from the same truck, same everything.
You got a 5th one?
Yeah, what's the 5th one? Well, I gotta hear the 5th one.
Mm,
Name your favorites after this too. Because we got to do the yin and
I
yang.
feel like I did. But
it's all places we can't pronounce.
Yes, you can.
She said Craft and Vine. She said Cork and Flame.
I don't know how to spell Cork and Flame. Bex.
Yeah, Bex is pretty good.
You like that bullshit on Willard Road next to the burger place?
No,
next
I
to
don't.
Farmhouse
You
Burger?
talking about
Frog and Hen?
No, I don't. I don't like Frog and Hen.
Okay.
Yeah, I ate there 2 different times, and each time I was not impressed by the food, to be honest with you. But I like.
You can go out of the city.
I'll eat juicy crab.
Oh hell! We just did this whole podcast, and you like juicy crab? That's like the trashiest place in the world.
I really prefer to have a home cooked seafood boil, but I'll eat juicy crab.
That shit is the most disgusting seafood on the planet.
Is it?
Yes.
What do you get?
I've had everything there because I know the girls there, but that shit is nasty.
Everywhere.
I don't know if you know.
I don't know. I ain't know. I'm not. I know them because of my friends. I'm not.
That's a nice jersey you got on.
I don't get.
Is that LeBron jersey you got on?
Yeah, for sure. I don't get girls. But anyway, that shit's nasty. Let me tell you something about hole in the wall ratchet seafood places. If you go to a hole in the wall ratchet seafood place, because that's what that is.
Why are you comparing? No, it's not.
Yes,
bro.
it is. It's a hole in the wall ratchet seafood place.
Everybody know where it's at though. Like,
yes, juicy crab, rocking crab, top crab. All these is hole in the wall ratchet seafood places.
I don't like top crab.
They all the same. But let me tell you, like if you gonna go to one of them, you gotta go to like it's a seafood chain in Florida called Crispy Crab. That bitch is good. You walk in that bitch, it's like a tunnel. There's some niggas in the back that look like Scarface. You ever seen Scarface before?
You okay with going to Florida?
I go to Florida all the time.
They all in the hood too. Goddamn, you go there, it's a nigga that look like Scarface when they used to work on the bus. And that nigga be like, what you want, man? You tell them what you want.
The net on and everything.
Yeah, they got the net. Them niggas got their taco meat showing with no net.
Okay.
And when them niggas bring your plate, you would swear that bitch came out of a 5-star restaurant. Like, it's amazing.
I believe it.
It's great. Like, you don't even want to see juicy crab and top crabs and none of that after this. And like, this is the problem with juicy crabs and all them other places. Like, they drown the food in that garlic butter. Like, they drown it.
Well,
you ain't got to use all that.
Special.
That's too much butter.
It's not all butter.
It's all kind of bullshit. It's everything that they literally have in the kitchen. They just put it in the bag. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to eat it.
Hey, you can't be in your bougie bag and eat juicy crab, dog.
Why?
Come on,
man. No, I get it. She not like she bougie.
She's not
but
bougie. She got a distinct taste.
She double Dutch bougie. Like she jump in, jump out type shit.
Yeah. She be double Dutching
in there. You know what I'm saying? Juicy crab, she out. I got it.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
I got you.
What else you like? Give
McDonald's, yes, but Wendy's no. Like she coming out for 4 for $4, but not going McDonald's. I got you.
Right. I just had 4 for $4 other than
help me out. What I'm talking about.
I saw that they don't have the 4 for $4 anymore. They have the biggie bag.
Did that piss you off?
I'm actually okay with her thought process though, because she's not actually bougie. She's just picky.
Right.
Yeah, she's not bougie.
I don't feel like I'm bougie. I feel like I just like what I like.
Yeah. When you said the Wendy's thing, I was like, okay, I'm cool now.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
So
Wendy's did it for you. It was like took off the bougie
list. I'm not shaming people. I'm just saying if you don't want that, then don't have it.
Got you.
I'll meet y'all.
No,
there,
you're also saying you're
you're
not getting it. You're not meeting everybody halfway. You're not meeting them at Applebee's. You're not driving through Applebee's parking lot. You're not stopping at Applebee's red light. You're not going
right
Applebee's
down
at
the
all.
street from Applebee's, juicy crab.
Right
juicy
past
crab
it.
has wings, fries, mozzarella sticks.
Them shits ain't hidden though.
It's plenty compromises. I'm willing to compromise. Just don't ask me to go to Applebee's.
I ain't gonna lie. Applebee's got the best mozzarella sticks.
Do they? Maybe I should taste Applebee's.
Close second is Carrabba's.
I can't see you walking in there.
I used to love Carrabba's. I used to. When I say I used to be at Carrabba's, like I used to have to-go boxes in my. I used to love Carrabba's. I don't even like Carrabba's like that anymore.
Do you eat the squid? What's the squid called?
The calamari.
Calamari. Yeah. Do you eat calamari?
Yeah, I like to eat different stuff too. Like,
who got the best
calamari?
Have you ever
had? It's not here. I have been to Italy, and Italy has the best calamari that I have ever had.
They don't cut their shit up fine enough for me.
It'd
be little chunks and shit. But I actually do I like the tentacles. I do like the tentacles.
I like the tentacles too.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that shit.
I went to Tulum. Literally the plate that I had was like a octopus tentacle.
I don't like octopus. That shit nasty.
It was good. I'm not gonna lie. It was only one for like $60, but it was good. I like seafood. I like steak, like you were saying. Have y'all ever had like pecan crusted pork chops?
No, I had pork chops.
I wouldn't put that on my pork chops, but
It sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, it's so good. They have it
Where you
at
had
Fresh
that at?
Market. Well, Fresh
Africa?
Market. Fresh Market had it, and my guy, he made it, so it was really good. So sometimes you just have to expand. Like, go to Fresh Market and try some. And then I'm gonna try some Applebee's. I haven't had Applebee's.
Oh no, you ain't got to try it. You ain't got to try it.
You
ain't gotta try it.
Hey, look, man ain't gonna be in that every week. You know what I'm saying? Once a week, you
I'm
gonna
gonna
see
give
me
it a
at
chance.
Applebee's.
I'm gonna see what they're working with. Maybe
Wait,
I'm
what you
missing
mean
out on
Applebee's?
something.
What you mean Applebee's?
Saying $2.25, the same thing. If I'm gonna go all out,
What do you?
so I get the
Applebee's,
boneless
what do you
buffalo
get?
wings, of course. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, hell yeah.
Give me Pepsi, cherry Pepsi with light ice. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to ice it down with ice.
Right.
And then I get a steak, get the 8-ounce steak with double fries.
How do
When
you,
they had the-
wait, how do you like your steak?
I can say well done. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
eating.
well
Yeah,
done.
I'm not eating with the.
Yeah, well
no,
done.
none of that. No, I'm not doing that.
I really didn't want to think that about you, man.
Nah, you can think it, man.
Oh no, it's some more things about how you eat. You'll be shocked about.
That's like hamburger meat.
Might be. I don't know.
Have you ever tried it a different way since we're compromising?
Yeah, when they mess it up.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, when they mess it up. Sometimes they bring it out and it's not well done.
Oh,
Now, yes, depending how I'm feeling. Yes, depending how I'm feeling.
I'm judging you, my nigga.
No, it depends how I'm feeling. If it's wrong and I'm paying for it, it's free. If they bring it back wrong, it's free. Because I'm paying for it, I'm definitely
Judge
going the way
Judy
I want.
always says, if you don't eat the steak, you can get your money back. But
Oh no. I ain't gonna lie. If you order steak and you send it back, I'm not mad at you. Unless like, see, me and Trey got this rule because we eat our steak, goddamn, straight off the cow. So goddamn, we ain't gonna like if they bring it out and it's just a little bit overcooked. We ain't never sending that shit back. But if you eat yours well done, I'm not mad at you for sending it back.
I feel like at Applebee's, if it's on the 2 for $25, you shouldn't send it back.
Okay, I never said I did. You asked me would I, and I would. But
nah,
normally
if
I go to the same.
I mean, you still paying for the shit.
I mean, yeah, but I'm simple. I go to the same. They know what I want when I walk in. Oh,
That's me.
Nah, they call me Bobby. They don't know me by name. They call me Bobby. But yeah, I go to the same spot. But I go to Longhorn more than Applebee's now. So Applebee's is not what I used to do.
Longhorn is pretty good.
I love Longhorn.
Longhorn, they have the
they sweet tea is great.
Parmesan crusted chicken that I like.
I'm very simple. I get the same thing where I go. So I get steak.
Most of the time I get the same thing too.
I love steak.
And I'm really just a creature of habit. That's what it is. So like, say I go to Chick-fil-A for breakfast. For a while, maybe for like 2 months straight, I got the breakfast bowl, but with the sausage, not with the chicken, because I don't know why chicken for breakfast is just or not in the eggs and stuff like that. But
no, you're not really crazy about chicken.
No, I do like chicken.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure. We try to make sure, like, the goal for this podcast is also how you want to, having a good time, but we're trying to see if would you fall under, like, the regular, or are you, like, fancy, bougie? So far,
I feel like I'm between regular and bougie.
Huh?
I feel like I'm between regular and bougie, right?
So not fancy. You don't think fancy just...
Oh, Bougetto.
I don't think I'm fancy.
Bougetto?
Bougetto is funny. Speaking of, like, that, I don't know if you watched it, because I told him to watch it, but I know Slim does his own thing sometimes. I had told her, I was like, watch the movie If I Can't.
Oh, Lord. Right? I hated it.
I said to watch this. This is the first thing. Is it a tube movie? I'm like, well, damn. Is that a thing? Like, I guess it is, though. I love tube movies now. I don't know. I just do. But I've always loved, like, them low-budget films. Paid in Full is low budget to me, technically speaking. I've always loved low-budget films because I feel like they put more into the actual, like, message or into, like, the script. It might not be good, like, shot-wise, but that's script.
Not what I'm talking about with the movie. Now, the message for the movie, I respect. I like.
No, we gonna get to If I Can't. I'm talking about just two movies in general. Like, what's your beef?
I've never liked the bad. It's the bad acting. It's not the shot. It's not that it's low
budget. I love the bad acting. I love the game, bro. That's it for me. The bad acting.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm on her side, bro.
Yeah, I just can't get into movies like if you're not convincing me. What are we watching a movie for?
So you would hate. Me and his show we did on Our acting was horrible. That first season.
Yeah, make sure y'all send it to me so I can.
Nah, I'm not sending that. I was sending. I
ain't gonna lie.
Mine was better than his.
Main second season.
Oh yeah, I tried to get my bag. Yeah,
my shit was.
I watched it back.
Yeah, nigga. I was just standing there like, yeah, nigga.
you know how people do punching for like music.
Yeah,
we had to punch in like Slim messing the line. I'm like, what you keep messing the line up for? He was laughing stuff. He just was laughing, just like. And then he was saying to me like no feeling, like yeah. I'm
and
like,
that's exactly When I watched that movie, that's how I felt. I was just like, she really just
Oh,
here.
you out of pocket. Now, if I can't see, as a Tubi movie lover, that was one of the most well shot movies I've ever seen on
talking
Tubi.
about the shot. I'm talking about the actual acting.
I mean,
the
I
shot
guess
was probably nice, but the acting was terrible.
I guess you watch enough of them, bro. Like and then I asked. I guess technically speaking, that's under my belt now, right? Yeah. I will say that. Maybe what it is, because when we started doing that, the shows and acting and stuff, and I was on them shows and stuff like that, my mood or my attitude towards people acting changed. I was like, damn, I can't call this person trash as an actor, and I'm on here.
And that's
looking
valid.
Crazy,
right? That's valid. I'm not.
You need to act. No, you need to act. How's Beyonce acting to you?
So I will say that it's some films that I didn't feel she did her best. But
no, be listening now. Go ahead to list.
Dreamgirls, Fighting Temptations. Maybe I can even say.
Oh, you thought it was good?
I loved them.
Oh, you tweaking.
I did like Fighting Temptations, but I like Cuba Gooding Jr. was on this.
She was good in Dreamgirls, and she was good.
Who you got, Beyonce or Lala?
So hold on.
Definitely Beyonce. Okay. Lala's a terrible actor too. I love Lala.
We gotta touch back on that. Yeah, we want that. You don't like two movies. Do you like Carmen?
First of all,
a hip hopper. Yes. Do you like that movie?
I am partial because Beyonce is in it, so I can't give you my honest opinion. Because if Beyonce in it, I'm gonna like it regardless.
I'll be honest with you, man. Like, she's very consistent. Like, you don't like two movies, but you like Carmen, which is a two movie before Tubi came out. Tubi. You don't like McDonald's, but you like Wendy. 4 for 4. All right, got you. You know, you don't like this, but you like. I got it. So just picky.
Yeah.
This Beyonce stand is giving me bad flashbacks because this room we're in right now. Before I turn this into my podcast room, my homeboy was dating a girl. We was in here kicking it. And I told her Beyonce ain't had no timeless hits, and she swung on me.
No, I'm not that extreme.
I get what he's doing. He changed the topic, and I like that because she do have timeless hits though.
She does.
And you say this. No, he do this every fucking year. Every year he do this. And you're Beyonce stand, he gonna piss you off with it. He always say this every year. Oh, I mean, what hit? Name a hit. I'm gonna tell you if it's timeless.
What is it?
Dangerous Love With You is always timeless.
Call your daughter.
Always, yeah.
Call your daughter.
For what? I ain't calling the podcast with you.
Ask her what's Beyonce's greatest hit?
She probably gonna say Daddy, cause I like that song.
That is a good song.
I like that song. I love that song.
See what I'm saying? And
it's timeless.
You gonna know it's not timeless.
At your daughter's wedding, she probably wanna
every girl wants that. But,
he gonna know it's not timeless.
This is what happens. Whenever let me tell you about the Brooks. Whenever somebody like say a line or something like that, he has something that can go against it. If it don't work, he not gonna fight it. He another one. It's mine. He another one right now. Watch. What's the next one?
Because I feel
he
like
don't
if
take no for
anything
answer.
with Beyonce,
He's not gonna lose.
You have to respect her craft. You have to respect her.
You like Beyonce though. You like her, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but you like Beyonce.
I just don't see what they see, but I like her though. I think she's a good artist. I just don't see her how they see her.
Like, what you mean when you say that? Now you gotta. He do it every fucking.
No, I'm gonna tell you what got me off Beyonce. A girl told me one time, she was like, "Yeah, that nigga Hov a superstar now because he with Beyonce." Yeah, and I was done after that.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that Beyonce made him a superstar or anything. Like, I feel like they added to each other's careers, but he was already. But
you know who Hov was before Beyonce, right?
Yeah.
You know who they were when they got together,
right? And I like Jay-Z just as much as I like Beyonce.
As long as we know that.
Now
Beyonce did go crazy after she got with Jay-Z.
Beyonce was already going crazy. Let's just say that.
Hey,
I'm sorry to tell you, but no.
I'm a big Beyonce fan.
I'm sorry to tell you, man. Can you please tell her?
I'm a big Beyonce fan.
I'm sorry to tell her, but
she went up. She went.
She went crazy.
I would say that it's a possibility that she don't like her solo career. Not saying that he's involved, but he was a manager. But not saying he's crazy involved though. But like, remember how she went solo and went back to Beyonce, Destiny's Child? Mm-hmm. I kind of felt like if he wasn't around, they would have more albums afterwards, and they needed more albums. So I would say that that's a whole handprint to like, hey, come out of that situation. We're gonna do this really good and then come out of it. That's a whole
because Hov became Hov from Blueprint.
Yeah, moving on, yeah.
Blueprint is when Hov became Hov.
But I'm not saying that she would have been nothing.
Like when we was in high school,
she would have always been Beyonce. But I think having that alpha male with her, like, you know, like, hey.
Oh, don't go back to that.
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
I feel like Destiny's Child is one of the best selling female groups of all time. So Beyonce was always Beyonce. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like even in a group, how y'all say the alpha female, when you watch Destiny's Child, you watching Beyonce. Like, respect to Kelly Michelle, Latoya Latavia, everybody who was in the group. But
you really like
me
Beyonce.
personally,
Well, her name is Beyonce on Facebook.
I feel like
For real?
yes.
Oh, you was staying for real.
Oh, you thought I was joking when I was
Beyonce gave me a towel one time.
She gave you a what?
A towel.
She had to dry off.
Yeah. At the concert.
She was getting crazy. But we never had a Beyonce. We have people that love Beyonce, don't get me wrong, but you would consider yourself a stan, not in a negative way. I'm just saying like you love Beyonce.
I feel like out of all the celebrities, like the person I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to that concert, I'm gonna buy this ticket, and it's Beyonce. Like everybody else, I could buy a regular ticket and I'd be fine. I'm not like.
But you had said you said Beyonce. You said Destiny's Child was like one of the highest selling groups, and so Beyonce was always Beyonce. But the only thing I say about that is like TLC was a high selling group too. But people ain't talking about Chili, and she was the person of the group.
I feel like Left Eye was the person of their group, and that's just my opinion. Like
she only rapped at the end for 2 seconds.
But her personality, and I guess her, like how she went through life, and maybe that's after like
women like her because she burnt that nigga house down. That's what it is.
I would not burn a man's house down. I
don't know, bro.
I can see why she did it.
I was about to say he bring Applebee's home. You might burn that bit down. I don't know.
Not gonna cry.
I'm not that type of woman. Like I don't want to bust your windows out, burn your house down. I ain't into all that. So I mean, women probably do like that, because that's the thing now too. I feel like a lot of women feel empowered by stuff. I don't feel empowered by that. I want to do like simple stuff to make your day hard.
Like yo, what the?
Like what? Go ahead. I gotta hear this. Like what?
Yeah,
like what? Like what? Like what? What you want to do?
No one you like Applebee's, but hey, I don't want it. I'm gonna go somewhere different. That's what it is. That's number one.
Like I feel like if you at home and you don't have any water, like that would inconvenience you. That would
take all
make
your
me
water?
feel better. Yeah, take all the water out of the house.
Like water bottles?
I feel like inconveniencing somebody is like, I wouldn't want to burn your house. I would do something inconvenient.
Would you destroy the PlayStation?
No. And honestly, I don't have anything against gamers, but I'm not into that either.
So a nigga play games, no?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no. It's not a deal breaker, but how much does he play the game?
Every day.
Like for how many hours?
2.
What else you not into?
2 is not bad.
What else you not into besides the gamer?
I just have a low tolerance for stupidity.
You think games is stupid?
I'm not gonna say it's stupid because I'm sure I have hobbies that y'all probably would think is stupid, but I
wouldn't say stupid.
I think that if somebody is on a game for 10, 12 hours at a time, that's kind of...
What if he's streaming and making money off his streams?
I mean, if he's making money off, it's legit, like, you can pay your bills with it, then who am I? Like, do your thing. But if you just don't do anything else but play the game all day for 10, 12 hours, that's a problem for me. We can be productive. We can do other things.
I mean, I agree with her.
I don't play games.
I do.
Yeah, I know.
Not no more, but
yeah, but I say you don't play like that.
Yeah,
I'm jumping back on though. I just ordered a PlayStation 5. I'm about to start
see
live streaming too.
He always got it. I'm starting this. He don't give you a minute to say. He don't give you a second to reflect on nothing you say.
Back on
I'm about to back on it now. Yeah. Yo, he's real quick with that.
I'm turning the other room into a streaming room. I'm back on Madden.
Because you can make money off of these gamers and like YouTubers and stuff like that. They make money now. So I mean, it's possible, but if that's the only thing we're doing all day.
Let's make the whole list. No niggas that take women out on dates to Applebee's. No niggas that play video games.
That's not true. I feel like you can like Applebee's. I just don't want to go to Applebee's. So let's not say to take women out to Applebee's, because other women may very well love Applebee's. I just don't. Me personally, I don't like it.
What if you got a friend that got like a bridal shower at Applebee's? Would you go eat there and then? Like
she said she'll pull up.
Yeah, I'll pull up. I probably won't have anything to eat, but I'll definitely be there to
Imagine
support
that.
them.
I'm good.
I am, just like that. It's
starving,
okay. I ate before I came. It's okay.
I'm good. Don't worry about it.
I'm not even starving because I ate before I came.
Juicy crab down the street.
I'm more so of a some food type of nigga. Like, especially if that shit free.
It depends. Yeah, it depends. But she said she'll pay. She'll pay.
Yeah, I would rather
to not go to Applebee's.
I ain't gonna lie though. When it comes to food, I ain't too picky. Only thing I'm picky about is liquor. Like, I ain't about to eat all. I mean, I ain't about to drink all kind of liquors. But like food, let's get it.
I skipped over this, but I did want to ask this question about when I was doing the podcast though. And And if this was like something y'all wanted to do, let me know. I'm tripping. But y'all had titled it "No Kids Allowed," but it was kids there. Yo, I'm asking because I always say I was drive like, yo, you know, been crazy if every so often you had them come ask you a question. Somebody say, yo, go back in the room.
Right.
Then I get it because a lot of times your parents have company over, you're not allowed, but you still got to go ask a question because you can't do certain things without asking for your mom permission. But I was like, no, they're just making noise. They're not asking questions, just like they're just making noise, and nobody's saying nothing. Like we don't hear them at all.
That's a good question. I want to know too.
So before anything, of course, I'm a mother. So if it's a weekend that I have my kids and we got to film a podcast, we got to film a podcast. Now, my son, he'll sit down, he'll be quiet. You won't really hear him. But my daughter, she is a no limit soldier. So you're going to hear some noise. You're going to hear some. And really, it's called No Kids Allowed because just the time that we're doing the podcast is just about our subjects that we talk about that maybe the kids shouldn't be around, or it's just our time. Not even away from the kids because they're in the other room, but just to talk
irony,
about.
Like you titled that for that reason, but it's really not that, you know. It's like
I actually like that theme though.
I liked it. I just wish they would have came out and said something. That'd been a good way to like change topics too. I was trying to. So I wasn't the one getting paid for it. Number one, let's start there, right? So the guy with the LeBron James jersey, that's, you know, he should have said something about it. But no, when I'm in the room and you watching it and you there, it's like that would have been smart or better for them to be like, hey.
But I would ask you, like, man, what can I do better? Or what should we have done this time where, and we only did, what, 2?
I mean, we did like 3 or 4.
3, yeah, but only 2 were actually put out. I feel like it could have got better if we would have been consistent with it.
Yeah, yes, it's not.
Y'all didn't put the
y'all
last
still
one
could. Y'all still could.
No, I think we did put the last one. And really, honestly, y'all, people really, they do like ask me like, hey, why y'all stop doing a podcast? Or when y'all gonna do
start back
another podcast? And I don't know.
This is the thing I would say. So me and Slim, we got our own thing, but we do this, right? This might be a little harder for because on his, it's his. So whatever he want goes, right. Same thing here. But what we do here is we concede when we need to concede. So it's times where he'll say like, hey, man, in charge. And it's time like, hey, Slim in charge. It just depends on. We know who want to do what guests more or less, and you'll know sometime by watching the episode, you know who's talking. So we know like we got a good mesh. I think with y'all, I probably needed to get a good mesh as far as like, and y'all was all brand new to that media side. When I met Slim, he already been doing it. When I had been doing it for a while, but I've been meeting for a while. So was he. Right. So we had our mess ups. This was y'all beginning.
So yeah, I feel like.
See, I had time to grow. Y'all just didn't choose to. Y'all still can do so though.
And I feel like with us, and y'all know because y'all have been around us, we just all 3 have such different personalities. Yeah,
but it's a group because 2 is one thing because we got our own, so it's fine. When it's a trio, it's really tough. But I do think, and if I'm wrong, just let me know. I do think it would have been wise to pick somebody like, hey, look, let's kind of go off with this person is the one to do. So whether it was you, whether it was somebody else, it needed to be somebody because 3 is kind of wild because you never gonna get a real judgment. It's either you ganging up or y'all got 3 different decisions.
Yeah.
It's either 2 on 1 or it's 3 different.
So basically what you're saying is like it needed to be like a center host and everybody else just be B and C mic.
Kinda. And because that's what you do the same thing. You do that. You have a pocket with 3 y'all, but it's yours. These 2 they add to the conversation, right?
I got you.
So
and basically you talking about like with our podcast, like sometimes I'm A mic, sometimes you B mic, sometimes we both just bouncing back and forth between it.
Yeah, and I was different because when there's money involved, we both going to come about best behavior, but sometimes it's something you don't want to.
And I said. I definitely would have paid you. I feel like the word.
No, he didn't mean.
I wasn't. No, not you. I'm not saying.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like if we were to start it back, and you was like, okay, I charge X amount. I definitely like that wouldn't be a problem because I feel like I need your help. I need your opinion on those type of things.
Yeah. At the time though, I was unavailable for producing. I'm not gonna lie. Because I was in the middle of doing a lot of stuff work wise. This is why I came straight to him. I'm like, well. And then I kind of did a handoff. That was what it was. I was trying to do a handoff, like meet you, boom, there you go. But yeah, it's a tough business anyway, you know. But for me, I'll be honest, and he'll tell you the same thing. Like I'm like nonsense about APPLEBEES. I'm no nonsense about podcasting. So like, we say we concede, but sometimes we concede because we know each other. I know when he really want to do something, so I'm cool with that.
Right.
He know when I really want. So like we know each other enough.
And I feel would come up with topics and we'll say we'll talk about X, Y, Z, and then we end up talking about something else. Because me, I know I go on and on.
If I'm producing, I'm gonna tell you right. Stop.
Yeah.
Bring it back. That's me. I'm
gonna
stop you in the middle.
That type of dark because I talk. I go on. I talk a lot. So if nobody's saying like, yeah, no, stop doing that. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. But of course, that made for like one topic the whole, or like Jazz may want to or used to because Jazz, she's changed so much.
I give you a good example, matter of fact. We did it here. So I sent him a list, and I didn't send it because you said it surprised you, right? Surprised me. So we chipped in and got you APPLEBEES gift card. Not playing, but but I used to surprise you, right? One of the kids. Yeah, I bet
$9 a piece.
No, we're gonna use it. Don't worry about it. But but I had Tubi movies. So naturally, I wanted to talk more about it, right? It didn't make sense because we had such a good conversation about other stuff.
Right.
It worked. And sometimes it's just that is how it goes. Like it might be something you want to do, and you're not gotta. Like,
man, can I stop you though, bro?
Go ahead.
One of the topics you said, I do want to get her point on it though.
The Keke Palmer?
Yeah, I do.
I was gonna end with that.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm saying
I really just want to listen.
You don't gotta be a prisoner to the topic. Sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes you gotta let the stuff flow.
Right.
And I think that's even now. I mean, like we don't always do topic. If I come here sometimes, which is very odd with him, because you know how he Slim. You never know what type of time Slim is on.
Right.
He got a crazy life. So it might be topics I don't want to talk about, but he know me so well now. Like this ain't for you. Don't worry about it. You know.
Yeah, and that's how I am. Like I don't want to talk about sex on a podcast.
Yeah, we know.
Y'all know.
Only thing that was weird with
train conversation was crazy.
Chill. Not too much. But the only thing that was wild about the whole thing was you saying it like on film. Like it's like
I don't
want to talk about that. It's like
because I am that type of like with me. If I say I don't want to do something, I mean I don't want to do something.
Oh, we know the whole podcast. We found that out.
Right. Even though if I'm in a situation and somebody is like bringing something up anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. It's not. I mean,
for me, looking at you as at the time, of course, as like the Mike, the person in charge, I was like, oh, okay, maybe she's not, because you was quiet. So I'm like, oh, okay, this not the guy. No, not the guy, but you know, like she's not him. Okay, it's one of them other ones. And then the next episode was something different. I was like, okay, they taking turns.
Yeah.
So it was just confusing to see that.
You meant her.
No, I meant him. No, I'm only talking male sense sometimes. You just gotta conform.
And see, me and Jazz, like Jazz is my auntie. So
yeah,
I've known
I
Jazz
seen that. Everybody was closer with. So yeah, you were closer with Jazz. She was closer with Jazz. Y'all know each other.
Right.
But it showed on the episode, and you don't want it to show.
Right.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And that's like you said, conversation and mesh. Maybe if we kick it back up, we can do it differently. Yeah,
I think y'all could. Y'all got to get some kind of camaraderie as far as what y'all want to talk about. But yeah, so one of the topics I had in there, I actually was gonna start off with it, but I didn't. Lately, your sister's been in the news, Keke Palmer, right?
She is my sis.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on that? I feel like it's drawn out now, but I do feel like it's a good bit to unpack with that situation.
So me personally, I feel like in a relationship, especially if you're in a committed relationship like this, your person, y'all together, then of course your man might have an opinion about what you wear, but it's about how you address me. So if we live in the same house, you got my phone number, you can get in contact with me. Why would you put that on the internet? Especially as a celebrity when it's already so many other people scrutinizing her, saying stuff about her. Why would you add to it? So maybe, I wouldn't want, if I'm a man, maybe I don't want my baby mama wife out with her ass out. That's, for a male, I feel like that's pretty common. Like, you don't want the love of your life dancing on Usher with her ass out. I can see that. But if we live in the same household, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you afterwards or whatever? Like, why do we have to have a conversation on the internet?
I do got a question for you. I know he probably got something to say, but I do got a question for you with that. Given your, I know you say you do, but I'm going to say lack of compromisation, right? You wearing that, you about to go out. It's Usher now.
Right.
We ain't talking about one of these local R&B singers from the block. You know what I'm saying? Usher. We ain't talking about Jacquees. We ain't talking about the auto-tune guys, Young Blue, whatever. Yeah. We're talking about Usher.
Right. I'm going to
nice and slow. October. Nice and slow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Burn. No pun intended. We're talking about all this stuff, right? It's Usher, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying? You
I
wearing
don't-
that, and,
no,
and it's a problem.
I don't dress that way, so
No. I know you don't, but I'm saying you got it on. They say you got it on.
Mm-hmm.
So you made your mind. This is what you
Okay,
wearing.
so I already have it on. Okay.
So what you be
about to
wearing to
walk in
court
the
and
house.
play? Sneakers and shit.
No, not sneakers.
Jordan.
I don't. No, I do have sneakers. I like to wear sneakers, but if I'm going to an upscale restaurant, I like to wear maybe a dress. You know, top, pants, heels. You know, I mean, I don't wear Jordans there, but I mean, if you do, that's a preference thing. I just prefer to be dressed up if I go somewhere like that. But even for Beyonce, like I wore a 2-piece set with I don't know how to describe it, but it was like a 2-piece set, like a costume, not a costume, but it could be considered a costume or something like that. And I feel like it wasn't like over sexualized or anything because I'm just not an over sexualized person. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would never post like I don't want to go nowhere with my ass out. That's just me personally. Maybe if I was like, you know, real thick, you know, had a shape like that, then maybe it would be different. But me personally, I just don't wear stuff like that. But if I already had it on, I'm an awkward person anyway. So if Usher called me on stage, like I probably would want to sing or something, but I don't want to be like touched, and I don't like all that aggressive like.
I don't know. It's Usher. I think you saying that until you. I think Usher would
I would
change your
sing,
mind.
definitely I would sing, but I don't want to be like serenaded in that way. Just me personally, and I feel like I said, his feelings are valid.
What do you think he was
should've
mad?
just
You
said
think he's
it.
mad about the clothes or mad about the Usher thing?
I think it was a combination of the clothes and the Usher thing because I feel like if she had on jeans or something like that, it probably wouldn't have been that deep. But because she does have on a sheer dress, you can clearly see her behind. It's like, dang, my girl out here with Usher. Like you said, this ain't no regular R&B nigga. She out here with Usher.
I was saying that as a way, like, I mean, it's Usher, bro. Like,
yeah, I feel
I'm gonna get mad at this nigga. It's Usher. Bro. I don't know what to do. Like,
everybody is entitled to how they feel, but just can we feel that way in private? Like, why are we talking about it on the internet?
I agree with that. Yeah, saying something on him doing that and knowing that they in the public eye was wild. What's your thoughts on it?
Bro, I actually talked about it on my podcast yesterday because I use it as an example of how I talk about topics I don't give a fuck about, but make it sound like I give a fuck about it.
Yeah, I know how you do that. Go ahead.
So I use that as an example, as a showcase for Damo and Blue. Like, this is how you talk about topics you don't give a fuck about. But basically what I said was that, I didn't say this analogy, but I'm going to say it to you, right? You go to the dealership. I'm the type of nigga who's been driving the same type of car since I was a kid. Go to the dealership, you get this kind of car, you know exactly what kind of performance that you're going to get from this car. And let's say you buy the car, because this has happened to me before. You buy the car and it doesn't give you that type of performance. You don't want that shit no more. What do? If you can't give it back to the dealership, you go sell that motherfucker because a used car, you're buying somebody else's problems, right? Mm-hmm. Go get that bitch back, you buy a new car. So now let's break this down to women because I love comparing women and cars. Let's break this down to women.
Very passionate about this.
You sign up to be with a certain kind of woman. You sign up for a certain kind of lifestyle. You sign up to deal with certain kind of things. On my podcast, I had my dog Damo, who loves dealing with sex workers. He loves dating sex workers, any kind. Strippers, porn stars.
We got it.
It don't matter. Any kind. So, and I was telling him, I was like, man, Bucko kind of insecure. And he was like, I hate when motherfuckers be calling a nigga insecure because he don't want his woman to do X, Y, and Z. I said, let me tell you why he is insecure. He's insecure because you signed up for that. And once you sign up for that, you sign up for what comes with that. Like Adam 22, because that was another topic I talked about. Adam 22.
That was crazy,
Yeah. You signed up to date a
That's
porn
a little
star.
different, though. But the Kiki thing, I want to, like, so, and I could be oblivious to it. Maybe I just really ignore her, so I don't know. Like, she been doing this or something? Like,
he has posted her in her underwear and bra before, but, so I'm like...
No defense to black women. I said about it, it's like, oh, you shouldn't say about Kiki. All right, cool, I get it. She's a good person with culture. She got a nice personality, I know. Yeah. I don't look at her as anything other than...
a personality?
Person that can spell very well because I watched Keelan B when I was younger.
She has had so many other things.
I got you, but that's how, I mean, you know,
I'm with you, man.
That's how I see her.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah. I'm with you. I don't know what the hell she got going
on.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah. But I know that's me being ignorant and not like knowing about a lot of stuff. Just like I seen your post. Your post the only post I seen because you know like Facebook finds its way to show you people who you
that matter. I got you. Go ahead. Yeah, that matter.
Yeah. So I ain't seen nobody else's post. The only reason why I knew about the topic was because of you.
Makes
you know
sense.
what I'm saying?
I'm out
I
here,
feel like
man.
it was just a big thing because men were saying like it was a guy who I made a post about it, and like I said, I can see his point of view. Like that's not disregarded.
Yeah, I seen you. I was like, she's for the fellas today.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy.
Because it is, guys.
You kind of sounded like that when he asked you about it. It caught me off guard. I was like, damn. That's not what
different.
I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Gave a little like.
Yeah, when
That's
you're
not
in
what
a
I wanted to
relationship,
hear.
you should be able to express yourself. Period. If you can't express yourself with your partner, then the communication is just off. You can't be with somebody like that.
You gotta determine like the expression yourself is really subjective because like just call in that space they're in. Just call. It's not like it's us. You can say what you want to say.
Yeah,
man. But you know what I didn't like about this topic though? Like when I bring it up on sit downs with Slim, I don't like the fact that I had to be a certain way because my homeboys was on the podcast with me and they know about a situation where I was dealing with a woman and I basically kept a beam with her and was like, man, I don't want you to meet my mama. And she was mad as hell. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was in the state my mama lived in. And I was like, yeah, I don't want you to meet her. And she was like, why? And now I can't lie no more. I'm like, you know, my mama, she this type of woman. Like, I ain't never seen no man just creeping through my mama's house. My mama ain't never left the house dressed like this. And like, if she sees somebody like you, like you remember Q on Love and Basketball?
I thought about Q.
It was the exact same scene. I was
you got
like,
her dressed and everything.
Yeah, I was like, man, I can't really let my mama see somebody like you. You know what I'm saying?
You was embarrassed.
Yeah,
basically.
You were embarrassed.
Yeah, and she, you know, she did what she had to do. She was like, well, you don't need to be messing with me. And I was like, I'm just gonna find another girl like you that I'm gonna hide from my mama too.
But I bet you didn't tell everybody else that, did you? Yeah, I figured that.
Okay.
Learn your lesson. No, I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we at the age where if me personally, if I'm dating with intent, like
oh my God.
I'm serious.
Can I ask you a question though?
Tell me.
Cause that's you a mother.
I am.
So what I did get from the key situation, at least the highlight that it was, you got somebody, I don't know how a pregnancy went. I don't know what kind of postpartum depression she may or may not have. So once you had your first, because you had two, now you're almost there now. You got two.
That's it.
So no, I know, but one more, you got all them damn kids.
No,
all right. So
I'm
it's just
never
that one number goes up.
3 is called all them damn
Three
kids.
is all them damn kids. You can't bring all them motherfuckers over here. They two is like, bring
that's
the
crazy.
crew.
I subconsciously say that.
No,
yeah,
I say that.
Three is
all
of them. You know what I'm saying? It's actually synonymous with three, all of them. But when you had, your first or your second, did you feel a way about yourself afterwards? And then if you did, what was it? What was it like? What was that first time you went out, dressed up, you felt like you looked good again, type stuff?
To me,
or was that a thing?
It is a thing, definitely. I think people react to postpartum in different ways. For me, I felt like I looked good. I didn't gain a lot of weight with my pregnancies and like my face, and sometimes people can really change like a transformation during pregnancy. Like I gained maybe like 6-7 pounds. So I feel like I looked the same. Really afterwards, I was like breastfeeding. I lost a lot of weight. So I felt good about myself in that aspect, but me feeling good about myself doesn't mean like my mind was good or my being was good. It's just I felt like I looked all right. I didn't have any postpartum issues, I would say, with the way that I looked.
I'm about to get out, but I want to ask because me and another individual who may or may not be in this room, I'm not sure. We all I'm not sure. But we have we talk. We have a strong opinion on a lot of things. And I'm gonna kind of compare and you let me know what you think. But like we may or may not have strong opinions about teachers and like what they do in real life. May or may not. I don't know.
Right.
But then you got moms, right? So as a mom, is there certain things you can't do anymore because you're a mom now? Like is there certain places you can't be, certain ways you can't dress?
Amazing question.
I do feel
I try to do this. Every once in a while I try to podcast. Every once in a while.
I feel like that's legit because me as a mom, like I don't want to be on no sex tape. I don't want to be on no OnlyFans. Like anything that when my kids get in high school, they could be like, oh, here go your mom right here. Like I don't want that attached to me.
I'm definitely the kid that would have fired his ass.
Yeah, now with the internet is crazy. Like when my kids in high school, they'll probably be able to see like Facebook, MySpace posts that I used to have. You know what I mean? So I'm very conscious about what I put on the internet. I'm very conscious about what I say, what I do because of the world that we live in. I don't ever want my kids to be embarrassed because of something that I did. Even though I feel like I am young, I'm going to make mistakes, but just me personally, I'm very self-conscious anyway, like about what I put out, how I carry myself, things like that. So
I mean, like I said, that's a great answer. Sometimes my thoughts change on some tastes we have because when I comparing other things, like comparing being a mom to a teacher, it's not as different because that's a profession in itself, it's a life profession. But I do feel like sometimes we'll say like, well, you're a teacher, you probably shouldn't do this way. I also be thinking in a local zone, it's Augusta, it's small. You know, I might think you shouldn't be in a club, but really, why can't you?
yeah, let me give you an example. When I was pregnant, I went to this doctor, and I'm not gonna say her name because I do respect her craft, but she was in the dollar paper. She had a DUI. I don't want to go to you anymore.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Hey, your doctor having a DUI is kind of crazy.
Yeah, she had a DUI.
No, that's bad decision making. You might get bad decision on me.
Yeah,
bro, DUIs is like the most white collar crimes you can do, bro.
But DUI is like one of the most common things people be getting.
I mean, yeah,
you judge people for getting a DUI?
I don't judge you, but if you're my doctor who's taking care of my child,
it's okay to judge people. Just throw it out there.
So y'all kind of explain to me why you wouldn't go to a doctor that has a DUI. I just kind of said it's a decision making.
Yeah, it is decision making.
To me, DUIs equal poor decision making. That's my opinion.
Then you think doctors are supposed to have impeccable decision making?
They supposed to have better than me. Yeah.
Right.
They went to school to have better decision making than me. Yeah.
Oh,
and on a day to day,
I don't be thinking on a day to day better than me because they're more educated in the field than I am.
I mean,
I just feel that
it could be opinion based. I do think a doctor. I mean, if we in the same setting, I'm expecting them to know more than me.
I feel like a baby is a big deal. A lot of Black women die in childbirth, and if I need your decision making skills to be on point when it comes to me having.
Oh, see, okay, maybe it's a certain kind of doctor. What doctor you think about? You might think about something different.
Doctor.
Or all doctor.
Oh
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not sitting here thinking my doctor.
I don't want.
I'm just not.
I feel like in your
if you drink,
life,
the risk of you getting a DUI is at least 70-something%.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how you drink.
We could throw statistics around, but I mean, that don't mean nothing.
And I feel like also people should know everything. You have to know your limit.
For all the people that you can put in that group, but everybody not, numbers is numbers.
I'm getting flashbacks right now. I told you about the conversation I had with my co-host on Sit Downs with Slim, and him and his old lady was like, certain things just don't happen to certain people, and I 100% disagree. 100%. Mm-hmm. Like, it don't matter who you are. Certain things can happen to anybody. And DUI is the number one.
Yeah, I know plenty of people.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be somebody that go to that doctor.
And that's why I fucking hate that jail report shit too, because you ain't never supposed to know that doctor has that DUI, because that's probably a fucking great doctor, and they probably went out one night, had some drinks, left, and got a DUI, and still do a great job.
But that's the way of the world too, because technically speaking, back in the days, we wouldn't have known the teacher was in the club, but now it's pictures every day.
Exactly, it's social media.
Nah, small town,
I don't know how I was in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? Probably dark,
I ain't gonna lie.
Bad lighting.
The teachers at my school that was trash, I knew they was trash. Because of what I did in my off time in school.
So you have to be passionate to be a teacher. Like, I know that the teaching field is not I'm not passionate about kids. I don't really even.
Yeah, I got partners as teachers.
Yeah. If you're just doing it for the money, crazy. Really, teachers don't even make enough to be just doing it for the money.
But I heard they make more now, so I don't know. I haven't heard a teacher complain about paying a long time. Now I think about it.
How many teachers you be talking to?
You be talking to? Define that. Like on Facebook.
Damn, you scared? Like,
I'm just saying. I feel like as your favorite teacher, like they don't feel like they get paid enough. I feel like unless you have like a doctorate or bachelor's type thing.
Man, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Teachers make enough.
I don't feel like they do.
But I mean, they supposed to make 6 figures to babysit.
I feel
like after a certain grade, it's not babysitting.
Moms that don't make enough, but hey, they gotta make it work, right? So I feel like it's on you.
I feel like, well, I mean,
cops don't make enough. But them niggas not out here talking about some. We don't make shit.
Yeah, they doing corrupt things and make ends meet.
They making enough,
and I feel you.
The teachers are too. They making OnlyFans.
Yo, chill out. What's up with this guy? You're right though.
Just saying.
Why, if they made enough, they probably wouldn't have to make an OnlyFans.
Cops wouldn't have to be goddamn, getting money from the drug dealers in the local neighborhood neither if they made enough. It's all the same.
Would you date a bus driver?
That's a great question too, man. You killing it right now.
I just want to
I
end
would
on a
not
good
say
note.
that I would not date a bus driver, but I do prefer to date someone that is on my level or above my level.
Ooh,
I
that's
just
what they
have
were saying about the
certain
Kiki thing.
expectations.
This is what happened when you date someone beneath you.
No, I feel like Kiki Palmer, and I saw this post on Facebook. They said Kiki Palmer wasn't in nothing until she got a baby daddy. So the moral of the story is don't get a baby daddy.
That is funny.
Like, ain't nobody been talking about Kiki. She ain't been doing nothing wrong, but then she got a baby daddy, and now we talking about her on the internet.
I ain't gonna lie, a girl offended me when this whole topic happened too, because I normally don't talk about shit like this, but she kind of was like, "This is why I broke up with my ex," and I was like, "Why?" She was like, "The nigga got a job at AutoZone."
Oh no, I don't.
And I looked at her and I said, "I ain't even got a fucking job," and she was like, "Shut up, nigga."
See, I'm not like that. I feel like I respect everybody. If you out here hustling, getting a paycheck, then I cannot hate on that at all. I can't be like, oh no, I would never, because I'll never say what I won't do. But I would prefer to have somebody that's not. If he on my level, he a bus driver. You know, he been there. He done put in the work. He got 401k. He making X amount of dollars a year, and he on my level. Then of course,
What's your level? What that mean?
Yeah, that answers
what's
the
your
question
level?
greatly.
my level is.
Somebody might watching this right now and like they feel like you saying all the right answers. Somebody keeps saying all answers. Hey, who knows? But somebody out there saying, you know what? Damn, she's saying the right answers. I want to get to know her a little more.
I'm not a woman that needs a lot from a man, if that makes sense. Like, I really don't need you to pay my bills. I don't need you to buy me a whole bunch of. I'm not very materialistic, but if I say I want to go to Spain next month, I expect, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's more planning, you maybe not next month. But
no.
Oh yeah, that means
be on
that means
that
you guys
level.
watching this right now, 98.5% of y'all, including me in that percentage,
that's
not on her
true.
level.
That's not true.
That's
I went to Italy for
you didn't finish. You said
you.
She talking like them Chicago rappers.
You said
right
next
now.
month. You said next
she
month.
Said, I want to go to Spain next month.
Let's go to
you didn't go to Italy the month after that for $350.
No, I didn't. Not the month after that. When I went to London, that was in a short time frame.
How short are we talking?
Like, I bought the tickets. I can't remember when
you're not going to that country.
2 to 3 month time frame.
You're not going to that country for nothing less than $1,000 without at least booking it 3 months.
I beg to differ.
Go ahead. What's the numbers?
My trip to Italy, my trip to London.
Yeah,
that was $1,500. It wasn't like a crazy, and that's a lot of people think that traveling.
I said nothing less than $1,000.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Like, a lot of people think traveling abroad is like this expensive. It's really, if you plan it right. If you
well, let me tell you something. Most niggas don't have $1,000.
You need to have $1,000.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. I like that.
Let's have $1,000.
First, no Applebee's, right? No, just
right. No Applebee's, and you have to have $1,000
over $1,500.
No. This lifestyle you're speaking of, these niggas gotta have 10,000. And let me tell you, I know for a fact, 98% of niggas don't have 10,000.
Why is
most
that?
niggas don't have 1,000.
But you know what I like about that? It's very consistent with what she said, because
we live in America.
She said that she only been like in 3 serious relationships.
Yeah.
So it makes you not finding people that it makes sense. I mean, that's not being serious. It makes sense.
And like, let me guess, you're not like a club girl or none of that neither.
And I'm also a creature of habit. I like what I like.
Yeah. See,
I don't like what I don't like.
The niggas that's like in the tax bracket that you want, you got to put the dress on like Keke Palmer. And you gotta go to the club and try to bag.
But that's also the gift and
Young.
the curse about me. Like, I feel like I don't have to do stuff. I can take care of myself.
I'm glad you said that. You ever told anybody you like them, like in life? You ever said, "Hey, I like you"?
Yeah.
How old were you?
What do you mean? I feel like I've said that to men before.
To men, like grown men.
To a man, I can say I like you, or I would date you, or whatever the case may be. I'm not afraid to.
You know what I mean? Like you ever shot your shot at a man? Like,
yeah,
as an adult,
I shot at a man before.
You ever got blocked?
What do you mean?
Not
like
blocked.
Say like.
All right, you ever been unsuccessful?
Rejected? Yeah. Definitely.
How'd you feel?
I felt like I got to dust myself off and try again.
Okay, Aaliyah.
Oh, nah, she J.R. Smith, nigga. Damn.
Yeah, I feel like that's a part of life. You're going to get rejected. It's going to be people that don't like you. That's just life.
Now, what
Everybody not
would
gonna
you say
like
your
you.
percentage is like? All the shots you
I
took.
feel like
how
I'm not
many-
a good person to ask that because I've only been in like 3 serious relationships.
I thought you're the
that
best
can-
person to ask now because I can get an actual real percentage.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
that's the
don't
best.
know.
That's a great one. I ain't
That's
gonna
a good number. What, about 7 people you did it? Like maybe 10 people?
No, not 7 people. And that's another thing too. Like, and I'm gonna just put this out here. I'll just say this about me because I said it earlier. I don't like all that like aggressive flirting and that. You know what I mean? Like I like subtle things. Like don't be under my pictures like, ooh, you. I don't know, like you know what I mean. Like don't keep sending. You know, like men that send you messages on like Facebook or Instagram, and they'll send you message after message. You never respond to it, but they just keep sending messages. Like I don't like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Unsolicited hammers too.
Yeah, I feel like. Wait, yeah, no, I don't want none of that. I don't want any of that.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't want any of that.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know like some of my homeboys being their close friends, like jacking off on their close friends.
Yeah, don't add me to that.
Oh, that's wild.
That's real wild. Don't add me to
I
that.
didn't know that. I never even thought things like that be going on.
Yeah, now I want to block you. I feel like that's sexual harassment.
That is
like
crazy,
I don't want you.
I think that shit should be a crime.
It should. Like, why
It
would
should
you
be
do
punished.
that?
So we talking like 7 people? Like 7, 8 people?
Probably not even 7, 8 people. I really don't have, and that's maybe my problem too. I don't have experience with like dating people. Like I haven't been on a lot of.
So like one day y'all just talk. One day y'all not together, and y'all just like serious in a relationship.
No, I feel the guy that I always refer to, we were friends with each other for a whole year before we started dating each other. So it was just kind of like, why is that? Why are y'all laughing?
Chill out.
I got thirsty.
Tell me, why is it funny?
No.
Man, don't
tell
do
me
it.
for real, why is it
Don't
funny?
do
Man,
Don't
tell
do
me.
it, man. Don't do it.
Tell me.
Where you get this water from, bro?
Why is that
shit
funny?
That shit good.
Hit different. Hit different.
Okay.
Nah, but
Nah, don't do it.
Why is it funny? Tell me.
when y'all say, I mean, ask a question first. When you say friends for a year, what kind of friends we talking? You gotta say you don't say that. I know you don't talk.
Did y'all go to
Don't say nothing
Beyonce
crazy.
concerts together?
But hey,
He would go to a
you ain't
Beyonce
gotta say
concert
it,
with me.
but you know what I'm asking you when I say what kind of friends you are. Were y'all those kind of friends, or y'all just was friends?
We were those kind of friends.
Oh,
Like,
okay, that makes sense.
mean,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, I'm cool then.
We were those.
But y'all
kind
was
of
friends.
Platonic
Right.
though.
No,
Platonic.
she don't like talk like that. She don't
Right.
talk like that.
But I'll say there were benefits to our friendship.
Oh,
I'll say
okay,
that.
okay.
So I won't lie about that. Yeah,
Okay.
I won't say that it was
Okay.
just strictly like.
Okay. Now let's get to the conversation.
Yeah, I ain't saying we were just strictly like just.
Also,
okay.
While we're here, shout out to him. So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
I was a little worried about him.
Very
He
worried,
good,
but
though.
he's yeah,
he just has set a standard.
he's clear.
I feel like I'm just not willing to renege on. So certain things,
Who's in charge?
if you ask him, he would say me. But that's only because he's the type of person like, say my family be like, why you put up with Morgan? Or you know what I mean? Type she a handful. Whatever she want to do, that's cool. Whatever she cool with.
I don't know.
He's very laid back, very chill. You know, like really has never even raised his voice at me type of man.
I'm sold, man. I now pronounce y'all man and wife.
Yeah, I was worried at first.
Yeah. I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
he's a sucker. But no,
And on that note,
my bad, bro.
You good?
I am a mom, so I have to go pick up the kids
Nah, that's
now.
what's up, man.
But
That's what's dope, man.
it was dope.
Did a good
It
job,
was a
man.
good conversation.
Did a real good job. Did a good job.
I'm just glad bro just went out here just kicking it.
He about to his last little 5 punches real quick. So go ahead. I can
Yeah,
tell you
because-
from that.
Bro, my homeboy dad told me that one time. Like I actually, his goddaughter came up to me, trying to get right, and I was like, yeah, I'm down there. Go get this hotel room. And he was like, look, young blood, that ain't the kind of girl you just take to a hotel room. And I was like, what kind of girl is a girl you don't do that? And he actually told me some real shit though. He was like, some girls you just like being around them and having conversations. But at the age I was at, I wasn't mature enough for that type of shit. But I get what he's saying now. But now that I'm a grown man, I still disagree. But yeah, man, this was
Dope episode, MAINE&SLIM, man. Shout out to Beyonce for coming through. All right, go. Your new movie coming out? When your new movie coming out? No, not. Yes.
No, I don't know. You have
All
to
right. No more tours.
in the works. I might go in the States, so we'll see.
All right, man.
We'll see.
no Applebee's.
All right, we got Miss Hell No to Applebee's herself.
I stand on that.
Not even a gift card. All
Not
right.
even a gift card.
All right. Appreciate you.